Everyone, welcome back to episode 3. Others know, just to let you all know, there is a mention of self harm, so be aware of it. 1 month has passed since Deho's birth. Taehyung spent 1 month has passed since Deho's birth. Taehyung spent an hour with his son every day. His extra $140 a week went towards buying nappies and his baby formula, even though Taehyung only had the entire day with his son on weekends, sometimes even less because of his job. He cherished every moment the 17-year-old had on a schedule, feed him every 3 hours, change him every hour or two, and ensure he had frequent naps in between. The baby preferred his father's lap to his coat. Taehyung's boss had given him at least one day off during the weekend. That didn't stop him from being called in on weekdays, sometimes interrupted his time with the on days when Taehyung was called on to work, always called Scarlett, who was more than willing to Gutson. Taehyung was thankful for that, not wanting with Aera about the scare. Sometimes their argument about stupid things Taehyung couldn't change. He was sick of it. It was one of those days where no matter how hard he tried to complete his projects, things kept distracting him. Taehyung tried to ignore everything until it became unbearable. The constant cries of his baby son finally made him get up. Walking into the nursery, Taehyung picked him up and the sobbing baby. Since he had fed him only 30 minutes ago, he put him down for his nap. 10 minutes ago, Taehyung guessed his child needed a nappy change. Taehyung, hello buddy. Does someone need there? He quit rocking the baby after changing him. Taehyung put the back in the chair. He was comfortable before leaving the nursery again. An alarm for 1 p.m. for the next feed. He hoped to finish project before the deadline in 2 days. An hour and a half passed when Taehyung's phone vibrated. Took his eyes off from computer screen, still unfinished, and looked at the caller ID. Seeing Aera's name, he fought the urge to decline the call. Knowing that would only make the coming argument worse, he accepted them. Hello, he moved towards the nursery, knowing Aera would ask him, Aera, do you want a break from there? No, he is my son. Why would I spend time with him? Irritation was already in his walk out of the nursery, not wanting his to wake his why not? Listen, I have friends over, they haven't met and they want to, so my dad is coming over to pick him up in 5 minutes, okay? No, you have had all week to let your friends see him. It's only Saturday. He is coming to yours tomorrow night. Can't they wait till they leave close Era? They leave half an hour away. They are here until Monday. But they want to see him now. Well, I'm sure they can wait one day. He is my son too. Era, they are seeing him today. I don't care. Weren't strict on when you can see him. This wouldn't them strict. I am at work or school during the week time. That's not my fault, Era. Then just go to work today. Money, so can you stop being cheap? No, I wouldn't. I understand if they lived hours away, but it's just half an hour and they are here until Monday. There is no reason they can't wait. Era, he is coming home. You can You call yourself his father, yet you spend no time with him during the week. It's all me, Taehyung. I guess it's fun. It's true, Taehyung. One, don't you dare to say I'm never there. I spend every spare second at yours visiting him during the week, and here you are trying to shorten my time again. What do you mean? It's true? What's true? Aera, like father, like son, right? Your father time with you. I give it 2 months before you. You are probably starving him now. I bet you are spending money on like your mom. That's where your money is going. That's why you buy cheap stuff. Are you expecting Neho to visit you in rehab like you had to? Are you going to break his heart when you kill yourself? Then how dare you? Who do you think you are? How dare you suggest I would lay a hand on my child? You know what do you want there? Come and get him yourself. Then was close to losing his temper. Aera, fine, I will. Aera screeched and hung up. Taehyung checked on Taehyung, revealed to still sleeping. He locked the door, not wanting to barge in and trying to take him. It wasn't the time Taehyung had considered going back to his habit, but he stood in the bathroom, stared at the replay. He couldn't deny how desperate he was to make that cut. Aera's word had hit harder than he expected. Mentioning his worst fear, Taehyung couldn't deny that his insecurities had almost consumed him before. This was the closest he had come to giving in. But that boy revealed on him. Now this was him placing the razor blade down. Taehyung forced to walk out of the room when he heard a knock to the brace himself. Taehyung unlocked the door to reveal Aera standing there. He just glared at her. Taehyung, you might as well leave. I'm not letting you take him, Aera. I want to make sure you are treating him right. She pushed him past towards the nursery. Taehyung, I am. I will get him, but you are not holding him. He entered the nursery, picking up the hoe just as the baby awake after changing the hoe and just as baby awake after changing him, Taehyung walked into the kitchen to prepare the bottle, blowing raspberries into his son's cheek. Aera stormed in. Aera, you haven't fed him. You. The second she raised her voice, tears they her eyes. Taehyung, he just woke up. They defended. He took the half-drank bottle from his now sobbing mouth. Aera, you made him cry. You do abuse him. Give him here. Her cries increased as Aera continued yelling. Taehyung, no, you are making it worse. He hissed, rocking the baby. Before Taehyung could react, Aera ripped her from his arm. Aera shook the baby, screaming, Aera, shut up. Taehyung, leave him alone. He shouted, snatching her back. Taehyung, leave Aera. Aera, fine. You keep that bird. Let's see. Do without me. Taehyung, don't worry. We are over. As Aera stormed out, slamming the door. Taehyung ignored her and focused on calming Deho. After feeding and him, he called Scarlett. Taehyung, Scar, I need you to come over. We need to talk. The weight of the day crashed down on him. For the first time since Deho's birth, Taehyung felt completely alone. 3 weeks has passed since Aera has abandoned Taehyung and Deho. Despite his best effort, Taehyung hadn't been able to contact her family to see if they wanted to remain in Deho's life. Even visiting them proved unuseless as Amy just told him to leave. The teen had looked around for another job, determined to find one. That determination only increased when Dong began increasing his working hours again, leaving Taehyung little time to spend with Daeho. This gave him no choice but to rely on Scarlett, something that made his stomach turn with guilty. Taehyung groaned in protest as he heard Daeho, the baby's monitor, having only came home from an 8-hour shift at work and a full day had forced himself out of bed, staring at a glance at the clock. A.M. He ignored the ache in his bones and groans of protest with every moment as he stood up 5 minutes past when Taehyung got back to the bed, having feed, changed, and rocked his baby back to the sleep. Taehyung sighed as he opened his laptop. It was midnight and they were sleeping, much to the teen's delight, deciding with only 1 year left in his course, he could help with his future, but he wasn't old enough. Looking for an hour, Taehyung had once again found they were either 0-hour contract or required him to. Before Taehyung found Aera was pregnant, he had written his own novel. However, as work continued to build up and his worry for Aera's pregnancy increased, he found less and less time for his hobby. Even though this time was limited by the responsibilities of raising Deho, he could still. Deho's cries brought happiness to Taehyung, chance to forget about the pointless search. Having them stood up and walked to his son's crib to him after changing him, he sighed. With Deho's next half an hour, there was no point to trying to get him back to sleep. Instead, they took the boy into the lounge and placed him in his playpen. Taehyung knew from experience that Deho wouldn't play if left alone. Taehyung alright baby, let's play. Avoiding tears, he kneeled down and began playing with Deho. The joke became a joy when having to care for son and work gave time to slip into his thoughts and nightmare. After feeding Deho, Taehyung placed his son on play once more, not before setting another alarm, reminding himself to put him down for another nap. Being too busy fussing over his son, Taehyung didn't hear the vibration of his phone signaling an incoming call. Only when he moved to place his phone on charge, since it was reached 10%, did he see the notification saying he had a missed call. Swiping the icon, he rang Scarlett back. Taehyung, you rang? He placed his phone on a speaker as he began to ironing. Yep, I was wondering if you wanted to come to the town. Taehyung could hear the muffled TV in the background. Taehyung, what time? He folded his shirt and placed it in the basket. Scarlett, I will just fit around you. Taehyung, what time do you have to be home? He remembered she still had a curfew. Scarlett, it's only 3:30. I have to be home by like 10. How long do you plan on staying out for? Not long. I have just put the hoe down. Scarlett, just shopping. I don't really know. Are you still on your back about getting a job? They After their apparently I'm sick of it. Taehyung wouldn't mind them looking after him. I have known for a long time. Listen, just tell them you don't want to get a job, Scarlett. I wouldn't mind getting one. It's just your experience isn't helping right now. Any success, Taehyung success with what? Scarlett finding another job? Taehyung, of course not. I couldn't get that luck. Scarlett, that's sick. Taehyung, I keep forgetting you have a car, he said, announcing his tone. Scarlett, you should take here. One, Taehyung, with what money? I barely making ends. Scarlett, I could lend you some. I'm sure my dad wouldn't mind buying you a car. Taehyung, I couldn't ask him or you to do that. His pet. Scarlett, you're not. I will. You know he regret kicking you out. Taehyung, I know. It was my fault. I shouldn't have lost my temper. Scarlett, if you say so. Alright, see you in half an hour. Taehyung, yeah, see you. Taehyung sighed as his phone beeped, signaling the end of the call. After spending the 5 minutes gathering everything needed, he walked onto the nursery, grabbing keys as he passed. After waking and changing his, seeing him to stop his cries, then secured Deho in his buggy. He couldn't help but smile as he watched his baby snuggle up to his white rabbit purse. Taehyung, you are too cute, baby. A text from Scarlett informed him she was here. Double checked that he had everything. Taehyung pushed Deho's buggy onto the elevator, unable to ignore the clenching in his stomach. Hey Scarlett, Taehyung smiled as he opened Scarlett to the front to the place a tired Deho seat, and he stuffed rabbit still clenching in his hand. Scarlett Taehyung through the mirror. Hi Taehyung, do you want help? Taehyung shook his head. Nope, I should be fine. Double checked that He double-checked that the hub was strapped in before folding up the buggy and placed it on the car's boot. The ride was filled with the pair talking about anything that came to the mind. The radio offered no comfort to the silence as it was turned off when Taehyung glanced at Scarlett through the mirror, creeping onto his face. So, have you decided you are going? Scarlett shrugged. Nowhere in particular. It's just been a while since we are hang out together. Considering you abandoned me when Aera came. Although Taehyung couldn't see her face, he could tell she was hurt. I'm sorry, okay? I didn't think you would feel that way. You are not the only one who was abandoned. Do you know how it felt to be alone, to be separate from the only friend I have had when I got kicked? Others not okay. So Taehyung and Scarlett in one family, they adopted them, but later the father Taehyung out of the house for some reason, but Scarlett is still living with them. Now when Taehyung go out for work, Scarlett and family take care of Taehyung's son. Scarlett was soft and I'm sorry, I shouldn't have snapped. Taehyung cast a concerned look once again in the rear view mirror. It's fine, you are under a lot of stress right now. Scarlett smiled at him before turning her attention back to the road. I can't say I would. They spent the last 20 minutes of comfortable silence getting out of the car. Taehyung sit up the hope before taking his sleepy child from Scarlett's hand. We tired, buddy. He could, placing his son's dumpy in his baby's mouth. They watched with a fond smile as they attempt to grab his father's jacket. The baby's rabbit is still in his arm. After placing his son in the buggy, Taehyung noticed Taeho was too focused on his dumpy to react. Yep, she replied cheerfully. As she walked towards the car park, Taehyung placed the hood of the buggy's son before following her. Shopping with a child was difficult, dealing with Dehu's constant cries for attention, changing nappy every half an hour, but by the time they were finished, they carried around 5 bags filled with toys and initials for Dehu. Despite spending over of Scarlett's money, Taehyung only had 1 bag of clothes for himself. Taehyung sighed. Scarlett, I really just want to take Dehu home. Scarlett rolled her eyes. Anxiety. Scar, I really want to go home. Scar rolled her eyes. Scar, you are coming over to my house. My parents want to see Deho. They are always at work when he is over. To be continued. So everyone, what do you think about it? And what do you think what is gonna happen next? How I'm gonna deal with all these problems? Okay, and the truth of theirs is going to reveal in future episode. Hope you will enjoy it. Bye.